everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm, the halfway homestead. So on today's video, I'm really excited because if you can't tell behind me, that's Three Rivers Homestead channel popped up on my TV. I am going to be talking about joining in again for the third year in a row to Every Bit Counts Challenge, hashtag Every Bit Counts Challenge. And that's the challenge that Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead created many, many years ago, basically where you have to preserve, stock, can something for the entire month of August. And that just helps it so you don't get overwhelmed during canning season, because it can get very, very overwhelming if you have a ginormous garden and all this produce coming in like I had at the old farm. Now, we're talking today because most of y'all know I'm not at the farm anymore. I'm at a smaller homestead and I am preparing to move again to my forever homestead, buying land, clearing it, putting house on it. So, Casey, how are you doing Every Bit Counts Challenge this year and you don't really have a garden? Well, I hope you stick around and find out. Plus, I'll also be challenging two other channels. One of my very, 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 very dear friends, and another channel that I have really grown to really adore over the past year of watching them. So, if that is something that interests you, also, if you are new here, hey everyone, I'm Casey from Ormsby Farm, the halfway homestead. I was a city boy that moved to the country, that moved back to the city, that's going to be moving to the country. So if this kind of content interests you, homesteading, canning, preserving, all of that kind of stuff, cooking from scratch, then I hope you'll go ahead and press that subscribe button and then the bell. The bell is so YouTube can notify you when I put new videos out, which is usually going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday every single week. But let's go ahead and get into the intro, and then we're going to sit down and talk about Every Bit Counts Challenge, what I'm planning on doing, and who I'm challenging.
Ormsby Farms and the halfway homestead.
Alrighty, so we're sitting down to chit chat. Y'all, I'm doing this for the second time because yesterday when I was editing this video, I was listening to the sound of that other microphone, and I'm going to show a little bit of it right here. Here, I am on a 1-acre homestead that really is Mom's new house. I knew that sound was a no-go for me, so I decided to try and hook up my podcast microphone to see if the sound would be any better. So that is what we're doing today. But anyways, let's get started because we're talking Every Bit Counts Challenge. But I first off want to just say a huge heartfelt thank you. I've been gaining subscribership, guessing that's a word, more subscribers over the past month, and I am so grateful that y'all have decided to join me on this journey of moving back to the suburbs and then planning to move to the country again. It warms my heart to see all of the subscribers and y'all leaving really nice comments and sending me messages. And one of the things is a message that I got. Somebody asked, "Hey Casey, do you have a wish list?" And I was like, I don't even really know what that is. So I had to kind of like look it up and see it. Really, when I was figuring out what it was, I was like, wow, if I did that, it would be so presumptuous of me to be like, hey, here's stuff if you want to buy me. It just seemed weird, and so I didn't at first, but I've decided that for the process of moving, and since people are asking, I did create one. It is going to be down in my description box. It will just say Ormsby Farm, the halfway homestead wish list, and a huge thank you if you do decide to support my channel that way. Because that's basically what it's doing. It's helping me, support my channel so that I can put out more content videos to you. So thank you to that. So let's get into Every Bit Counts Challenge. When I did it at the farm, I was at a 10-acre farm with a 3,000 square foot garden. We had a lot of produce coming in, and that's one thing that I'm excited about for this year. While I'm, at Mom's 1-acre property with I have a couple raised beds. I have 3 raised beds. I have one raised bed with cucumbers that did okay. They're looking pretty done for the season. I have one bed with determinate tomatoes. Now let me tell you, when I was way behind on stuff, and when I was finding plant starts, the store that I went to just had this determinate variety of husky. So they've pretty much produced all they're going to produce, and we got this much amount. And then I have a smaller bed of peppers. I had poblanos and bells, and they've done. I mean, I don't really know how else to describe it, but not very good. So I'll be excited when the produce stand that I've been getting my produce from gets peppers, because that's basically what I'm doing this year. The stuff that I'm preserving, I'm getting from one of my new favorite produce stands, and I'll leave a picture right here. I mean, I've gotten a lot and will be continuing to get a lot. I'm going to get some pickling cucumbers from them. They have a half bushel for like $20, y'all. And I'm going to go and grab it so that I can have pickles throughout the winter. But that's what I'm doing to prepare, is I'm going to make sure that I am supporting local farms. Because listen, my garden just ain't done it this year. And I knew going into it, because I've done a hugelkultur method, that always sometimes the first and second year aren't that great, but then by the third year, but really by that time it will be moved again. So we're just going to see how it's going to see. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell if you want to see what goes on with these raised bed gardens. But anyways, Jessica created this collaboration many years ago, mainly on Instagram, and then she moved it over to YouTube probably about 3 years ago. I think when she added it on YouTube was the first year that I did the Every Bit Counts Challenge. And again, I'm going to leave the hashtag right here. It's Every Bit Counts Challenge with a hashtag sign. And if you click on that on YouTube, you can see all the different channels that are participating. And there are some great channels. And if you want to participate, use that. And I'll leave in index cards up there. I'll leave my 2023 and 2024 playlist of the Every Bit Counts Challenge videos up there. But she created this so you don't get overwhelmed. When you have, say, a 3,000 square foot garden like I had at the old farm, produce is coming in literally every day, if not, or every other day, if not every day. You have to do something with them. So preserving, dehydrating, canning, freezing, whatever it is, something for every day of the month of August kind of takes the pressure of doing everything on like the weekend. And doing smaller projects. Most of the time during the challenge, I'm going to be using my Nesco electric pressure canner, which BT Dubs also does water bath and steam bath canning, which really is 4 quarts or 5, 6-ish pints. So those are smaller batches so that I don't get overwhelmed, because even in August, I'm back at my job. I have an adult 9 to 5. At the farm, I didn't. So this is going to be a really test to see how I balance work life and still preserving what I'm going to have for the winter. And the good thing is about these small batches for me is I canned way too much, y'all. I canned way too much the past couple of years at the old farm. I mean, I think I canned at some point just to can, which one is a waste of jars and a waste of time because you'll never use them, and then they do have an expiration date. So I am excited this year to focus, if you've heard in the other videos, solo dolo. I'm just prepping for solo dolo, just me. Because sometimes Mom will come to the homestead, sometimes Brother Chris and Sis Tara will come to the homestead, but mainly I'm preserving and prepping and canning stuff that I'm going to be eating over the winter. And whether that be veggies or fruit juices or jellies or meats or whatever it is, don't can or preserve something just because you saw it on Instagram and you thought it looked pretty. Don't waste your canning shelves and don't waste your time. And so that's me speaking to myself, my old self, because this year we're going to do it better this year. And I also have a video that talks about prepping and shopping one time for the year and how I kind of work out all that stuff in that video, I talk about figuring out how much canned items of each that I normally go through I want. And it was very interesting to see that really I canned about 400 jars too many of what I need. Now, I left about 400, 500 jars at the farm because I couldn't fit it in the move, but that's a different story. So yeah, canning and preserving with a purpose is what I'm planning on doing this Every Bit Counts challenge. And because I am like super psycho and trying to stay organized, I have a binder. Now, for those that don't know, I am part of a podcast around the hay bale. I'll leave the channel up there if you want to go check it out. It's a homesteading and preserving podcast. And we're doing a limited series right now that is talking about prepping. It's a 6-part series. And it has a downloadable 87-page kind of prepper guide. And that's what this is. And I put it in a binder, all that kind of stuff. But also in here, I have my little August calendar. Because what I am doing is I'm buying a lot of the stuff that I'm preserving. So I wanted to be organized, such as like the pickles, such as meats, such as doing more beans, and what else do I have here? Jams and concentrates and salsa. So stay a little bit more organized. My fan's blowing it. I have it in my August kind of calendar. Now, I will be putting out a video every Friday, starting the second week of August, for what I've done from Friday, the previous Friday to the Thursday. So the previous Friday to the Thursday will be on the Friday videos. And I'll have recipes and all that kind of stuff. But also, if you follow me on social media, which is Instagram, Facebook, and Threads, every day I will be posting the day previous. Yeah, me and English are not going well today. The previous day's project, I'll be posting that day on social media. So definitely go over there and give me a good old follow, because you'll see it every single day, whether it's in my post or whether it's in my story, or I may have a couple reels out for it. But this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about this video. And I said in the video that I was going to challenge some people. You see, I'm trying to get myself prepared to challenge. Because the first person I'm challenging is a very, very, very dear friend of mine. And when I say dear friend, we met from YouTube and really have just become really good best friends. We're on a podcast together. We've done collabs together. She's seen the farm. She's seen the homestead. So I am just very blessed to have that God put this friendship in my life. Because she's amazing. Monica over at Bland's Promised Land Ranch. And we had been talking for a while. She was like, yeah, I want to, but I don't know if I can. And I'm like, girl, if I can do it, you can do it. So this year I am challenging Monica to do it with me. And that is to can, preserve, freeze, dehydrate something every day for the month of August. And again, it doesn't have to be big, giant canning projects. And listen, Monica has a whole football team of boys and then her daughter, and she has some daughters and loves too. So this will be a great thing so that Monica doesn't get overwhelmed, same as me, even though it's just solo dolo with me. So Monica, I challenge you, and I'm going to tag Monica all over this video so she sees and we can hold her accountable. We can hold each other accountable to make sure we do it all of the month of August. But the second channel that I am challenging is a newer channel that I've been watching for about a year. And I've really, really enjoyed their content. And they're a bigger channel, so I'm going to tag them all in it too. To hopefully they'll be able to hear it and see this. But it's Savannah and Casey from Hay Wanderer. Casey, great name, by the way. Just saying, Casey twins. But yeah, Savannah and Casey from Hay Wanderer. They're a great channel. And the reason I thought of them is because I was watching one of their latest videos and someone in the comment were like, oh, I'd love to see y'all do the Every Bit Counts challenge. Y'all would be great. And I thought, I'm like, yes, they really would be great. And it's just the two of them. So it's kind of the same thing for me on preserving small. So I was like, let me go ahead and challenge them and tag them in the video and see if they're interested in doing the Every Bit Counts challenge. So again, Monica, Bland's Promised Land Ranch, Savannah, and Casey from Hey Wanderer are the ones that I'm challenging. So y'all, I appreciate y'all sitting through this whole video. You know, my videos have been getting a little bit longer because this keeps on yakking. But again, I just really appreciate y'all coming in. If y'all want to join in on the Every Bit Counts Challenge, and I'm going to leave the hashtag right here again, go into my show notes, copy and paste that hashtag. Make sure you also tag Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead. I'll have her tag in this video as well, and tag me because I'd love to see what you're doing and what you're preserving throughout the month of August, because it's just going to be a great challenge that we all can do to keep each other accountable and get our pantries stocked. So y'all, thank you for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure you are subscribing, and check to see if you're subscribed too, because sometimes YouTube likes to unsubscribe. But subscribe and press that bell icon, because you'll be notified anytime new content drops to my channel, which is going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And also follow me on social media, because I'll be posting every day through the month of August all of these Every Bit Counts Challenge stuff. And that's Facebook, Threads, and Instagram, all at Ormsby Farms. And I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks for stopping by. Be blessed.